Hey everyone! Welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Teresa. I do videos on whatever I want because I don't like putting myself in a box. So today I just wanted to have a really open conversation about this, mainly because these little flies. I'm so sorry, but I just killed one and I'm really happy about it. Um, I wanted to do this video specifically because I really wanted to see if anybody out there relates to this. This situation is just completely unique as well, and so I just want to know if anybody relates to this. And yeah, I'm just gonna jump right into it. So as you can tell from this video, it's all about growing up with older parents. So technically, I am Gen Z. However, I was born in 1998, and so that's by the cutoff for millennials, and I don't necessarily feel like a Gen Z. I definitely feel like I'm more millennial. I think what a lot of millennials forget is that a lot of the millennial things stuck around in the early 2000s, which is when I grew up. And so, yeah. So, for those who don't know, the reason for like my situation of being Gen Z and my parents being baby boomers is because I am adopted. Now, with adoption, you yourself have to be a certain age, but then you as a couple also have to be like a certain age as well. It's a really weird thing. I think it's to make sure that the parents are actually going to like live long enough to raise the kid, and I get that, but also, like, anything can happen, so, yeah. I've reached a point in my life that, uh, has been a little bit hard, I'm not gonna lie. So, what I have kinda currently going on is I have a dog that is getting into his senior years. He is a German Shepherd mixed with a Blue Heeler. And so, naturally, being a bigger breed, he has hip issues. And so, he is needing a lot more assistance. And a lot of the things that he's needed assistance with is requiring, getting on and off, getting down to the floor, getting up and off the floor, bending over, even like squatting is kind of like a requirement with him now, as we don't really want to like make him move if he's super like sore and limpy and whatever. And so, yeah, sometimes it does require us to physically pick him up as well. And like I said, he's a German Shepherd mixed with a Blue Heeler. He's always been around like 85 pounds. And my parents, I'm just going to say it, are obese and they have type 2 diabetes. And so they are not, I reached the point of realization of they are not physically capable of taking care of the dog. As far as like those physical kind of requirements go. And so it was really hard for me the other day, like last week, because okay, the dog has always had like bad hips, whatever. But apparently he, like, did something because we have an alley in the back, and he loves running the fence line chasing the cars. For what reason, I don't really know, but he loves doing that. He loves chasing bunnies when he goes on his walks. Um, but all of that stuff is very strenuous on his hips, and so it's not good for him to be doing that. Um and so he did something in the backyard apparently, and he really could not move. The issue is with our house is there's stairs everywhere. Like for him to go to the backyard and actually get to like the grass to go to the bathroom, there's steps because we have a deck built back there. The door opens to the deck, and then there's like two steps to get actually down to the ground. Um, where his doggy door is at, it's in a porch, and the porch has steps to actually get into the house. The garage has steps to get into the house. The front of the house has steps to get into the house. So he's needed a lot more assistance. And my parents, I saw, were really trying to get down on the floor and assist him, and I just was so uncomfortable with that. Like I said, my parents are obese and they have type 2 diabetes and they have other health problems. And I understand that they think that they can help and assist him, but I'm like, you really shouldn't be doing this. So I came down and I was like, there's going to be changes in this house because I don't need you guys injuring yourself for the sake of the dog, you know? So I've now been the one to like fill his water dish. He's got like the gallon container thing with the tray. And so it's underneath our countertops. And let's see if I can pull up a photo because I know I took a photo of it. I just don't know if I deleted it or not. Um, I have a photo of my dad sitting on the ground with him. It drives me insane. Okay, I don't have a photo of it, but that specifically does require you to lift something heavy and get onto the ground and then into the container thing, which can be really difficult because of just the thing being heavy. So like I've taken over that. I've taken over the dishwasher, getting the stuff on the lower rack. Um, because again, that's bending over and they don't need to be attempting to do that. I'm kind of the one, if he needs physical assistance, then I'm gonna be the one to do it. The thing is, for me, like, lifting him up is not an issue weight-wise, it's just the fact that I'm short, and when he stands on his hind legs, he's literally the same height as I am, and so that's where the issue kinda comes in. Um, my dad, I'm so thankful, he's got a vet appointment tomorrow, and I got permission to go with for the vet appointment because it is during my work hours, and I got permission just to come in late and, like, be there with the vet. Um, and so I'm so thankful that I got that opportunity because we did hang on, there's another little freaking bug right here. How do these things not die? I'm so sorry for the sound, you guys, but I need to figure out what plant is causing these like little gnats to get into the house because it is freaking annoying. But anyways, I'm so happy that I got to go with because we did get a ramp. I'm gonna say I because I actually am the one that purchased it. Did get a ramp to help him get in and out of the car, even just to like get up the stairs and down the stairs. And he has only used it like twice, and he hasn't even like properly used it. Like we were trying to get him on it, but he will just like start like halfway onto the ramp and then walk across it. And so I told my parents, I'm like, I'm coming with to the vet. And of course, my mom was like, oh, you really don't have to do that. And I was like, yes, I do. Two reasons. Because you guys are not going to be honest about how bad the hip situation is getting and what we're having to do just to, make sure he's okay and comfortable and whatever. And two, because if he's going to be a stubborn little effing asshole, and not use the ramp to get up into the car, dad is going to be the one attempting to physically lift him into the car, and that is a hard no for me. So, I was having this kind of conversation with my parents about things that need to change, and it was really hard to get across to them that, like, it's easier for me to injure myself because if I injure myself, I can bounce back easily from an injury. It might take a couple days depending on what it is, but I have seen my doctor for like muscle spasms and stuff, and I know I have the tools to help myself recover instead of just like winging it and hoping for the best. Um, I told them the thing is, like, you guys are older, your health isn't that good. If you guys do something to hurt yourself, you guys are stubborn AF, and so you won't go seek medical attention if needed. And you definitely will not be following up with your doctor about what happened either. So it's just easiest for me. This is the Gryffindor in me coming out, you guys. for me to put myself in these situations because my mom and I had the same doctor. My doctor is used to seeing me in the office, like, pretty much every single month. So, her seeing me in the office is not gonna come as a surprise or a shock. My mom, on the other hand, for an injury, that's gonna be a surprise and a shock, and my mom is not very good. She's not good at all at advocating for her own health and telling the truth of, like, what happened. So, it's been really hard. I mean, I know my parents are older, like I said, right now they're 62 and 64, I believe. Um, and I'm totally aware of their aging and whatever. Um, Something that really hit me though the other day was my coworker is actually taking one of no, both of my parents' classes as they are teachers up at the college. And she said, "Yeah, it looks like your dad has a hard time walking." And I was like, "Oh shit." Like that means I need to step up a little bit more at home. And he does. Like it's crazy cuz I honestly looked. I got into his medical record once somewhat accidentally. And before I went through my weight loss journey, he was we weighed the same. My dad and I literally weighed the same before I went through my weight loss journey. And so that's absolutely absurd for me to think about. But yeah, I was like, oh shit, like he really is deter- going downhill. You know what I'm trying to say. So I ended up texting my sister and I was like, hey, like, what do you think about this situation and stuff with dad trying to get on and off of the floor? And she was like, yeah, absolutely not. He's too old for that. And I was like, I agree. And I told her what was going on with the dog and how they're trying to do things that they shouldn't be doing. And so that's really like the hard thing currently that I'm facing with having older parents is and it's not necessarily them being older. Like it is, but it's also combined with just their stubbornness cuz they think they can do these things, but in reality like they can't and they shouldn't be doing those things. My mom yesterday, we got a red light thing to try on the dog. My mom is like gushing about this thing, and I don't even think it's really helping him at all. Like the dog has been really like limpy already today, and it's only 10:25 in the morning. Like, yeah, but she was sitting on the floor and she was leaning up against the couch. I was like, okay, like that's fine. I was literally on the couch lounging, playing Hogwarts Legacy, as one does. And eventually, when she was done doing both her foot and the dog's hip, she was trying to get up off the floor. And now that she's had surgery on her hip, she is able to do it, but it is quite a struggle for her to do. I mean, she literally was having her face on the couch this, this entire thing. Her face literally on the couch and like almost using her face to like get up off the floor. And I was like, dude, seriously? Like, and it's just hard because I'm trying not to be the overbearing person in this situation because, yeah, like I've really gotten on them about what they can and can't physically do. And my mom was like, Teresa, we're not like 70 years old. I'm like, no, but you're also not like going into your 50s like most of the people parents my age are probably doing, you know? So that's been really like difficult to deal with. And so I don't know. I wonder what all of your experiences are like if you have older parents. I know a lot of people say like having parents and watching them like their health go down is really hard. And I honestly don't have any feelings about that because my parents' health was never in good condition. I mean, it's a effing miracle that my grandparents on my mom's side were so healthy because she isn't. And her brother is not healthy, but that's just due to him being a smoker and his own kind of decisions, but whatever. Dad's side, it's a little bit different just because I do know now, again, accidentally going through the medical records, knowing that yes, type 2 diabetes does run on that side of the family. And with both of them, Alzheimer's is also something that runs in on both sides of the family. So yeah, I'm not really surprised. I mean, I don't know. It's like when you're around just like older people, you learn just to accept it, you know? I just think the hard thing now is like realizing me and my sister basically because my brother is out of any considerations for basically anything. And those are reasons I'm not going to go into. But my sister and I, it really comes down to us, and we're having to think about things that most people our age are not having to think about. So I'm 25 and my sister is 27, I think, or she will be 27. I don't remember. Is she? Or is she 27 going on 28? As you can tell, I keep up with my sister's age perfectly. But yeah, like we're in our mid 20s and we're already having to think about like, okay, who's going to be, power of attorney when they can't make their own decisions? Who's going to take care of their health and all this kind of stuff? And like having to do that in your 20s is really difficult. I know I've already said I'm not going to be supporting them in the future because like financially and whatever, because I know what it was like for them to have to be the main caregivers of my grandma on my mom's side, and it was a lot. And as much as you shouldn't say it's a burden to take care of a family member, especially elderly family member, like it really was. I mean, we had to check on my grandma every single day at 11 o'clock in the morning and 5 o'clock at night just to make sure did she eat, make sure she used the bathroom, make sure there wasn't anything gross or whatever in the house. Um, yeah, disposable underwear. I mean, she never really learned how to actually throw away disposable underwear. Then again, it's like, well, it's underwear, so that's not like a normal thing, regardless of her having undiagnosed Alzheimer's or whatever. But I saw what it did to my mom having to take care of my grandma, and it was hard because when 11 o'clock in the morning, if my mom had class and she couldn't make it back to check on her, like I was the one who had to do that. So I was the secondary primary taker, and I don't want to go through that. And I've literally told my mom, like, if I was ever in charge, once we get to that point, like, I'm not gonna lie, I would shove them into a nursing home. Now, I wouldn't like never visit or anything like that, but yes, they would be in nursing homes. And my mom is very anti that, anti nursing home, just because she did work in a nursing home. So that's understandable. And I told her my reasoning, and I was like, I just saw what it did, when you had to take care of grandma, and I don't want to be put through that. Also, I grew up taking care of everybody at all times. Like I said, I was um my favorite person just texted me. Sorry guys, this is what you guys get when I do live streams. I'm gonna lose so many of you guys after this video. It's fine. But yeah, I saw what it was like, and it's hard. It's hard having older parents because then also like you have older grandparents too. Not knowing who like your great grandparents are too. For some people that's hard as well. So, yeah, that's just kind of where I'm at, you guys. It's just really hard. It's hard to get through them because of their way of thinking. My parents, as you can probably tell from this video, have very like traditional baby boomer thinking going on. And so, yeah, it's hard. It's hard to kind of get through to them. What drives me crazy, I've talked about it in another video, is simply that they have really fucked up views on medical stuff. Like I said, they basically believe that all doctors don't care about their patients, that doctors are just pushing medicine on patients without really thinking about the whole picture. And you know what? For some doctors, like that's true. But as I've told my mom, like we have the same doctor. I'm the one who has seen her on a consistent basis, mainly for the weight loss journey, but also because in 2022, like my health was going down as well due to the constant stress I was under. And so I told her, I was like, I know why our doctor went into medicine, and I do truly know her. And she's not going to do something that you're uncomfortable with. Excuse me, I gotta sneeze. Yeah, my allergies, I think, lately have been worse. But yeah, so it's really hard to kind of navigate that. I know my sister is going to end up being the one to be the main caretaker, stupid bug, for them. And my main issue is that they are diabetic, and my sister. I was going to say siblings. My brother's slightly doing it too, but he's not going to be in charge of them. My sister very much is black and white thinking, and she is a biochemical engineer who thinks she knows more than a doctor does and is going to very much be pushing supplements onto them. And yeah, it's really difficult. So I want to know, like, do you guys have older than average parents? What has your experience been like? How have you kind of coped with all of it too? Um Yeah, all of this is just kind of starting up now, and I know it's going to be a long road ahead. So I want to know. I hope this video made some kind of sense. It's been all over the place, but that's how my videos are. They're kind of all over the place. You liked it, found it helpful, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe down below. I post every single weekend. Hit the bell for notifications so you know when I post a new video. Generally, my videos are related to like weight loss and health and all that kind of stuff. But not this time. Maybe next week. I don't know. It's it's different now that I'm not taking a medication but simply trying to make better lifestyle changes. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you all have an amazing week. Happy Valentine's Day. Fun fact, I hate Valentine's Day. It's not that I love or something like that. It's just I literally do not get the point of a whole day to the one that you love on the same day that literally everybody else is spoiling the one that they love. Like, what's so special about that? I had a teacher once tell me that Valentine's Day is only for Hershey's and Dove to make money since they don't make a lot of money during like Christmas and Easter, apparently. So I don't know, but I hope you guys all have an amazing week. Happy Valentine's Day. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.